I'm not even saying that. It's not even an issue. My thing is, I don't need to drink. As far as I'm concerned, I can have enough fun without drinking. I don't like the idea of being out of control. I'm a control freak. So all this taking the oxide and losing control, losing consciousness, not being able to do this, not being able to understand that, forgetting this, all of this is the type of thing that scares me. This is not appealing to somebody that is a control freak. Yeah. I do not want to lose control. And if you're the type of person where it's like, I need this for my energy, I need this for my confidence, I need this for this and that. Confidence, maybe you could have chucked that at me when I was younger, but as an adult now, I don't need all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I find poor.
That people are compensating.
Yeah, like the first thing you mentioned, the one that upsets me the most. Like, I cannot have fun unless I drink. I'm like, what does that? Does that show you how much of a dependency you have with this thing that you cannot have fun unless you drink? That makes no sense to me. So if we don't drink today, we're not gonna have fun. It's just not gonna happen. Taking it back.
I don't even know which one it is. They're all just labeled ESN. I don't even know which one I'm picking in.
Say nothing. Say nothing. Yes.
Eloquently saying nothing. Saying nothing. Yeah. I know we begging.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the ESN podcast.
Yo. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. Hashtag ESN pod on the socials, at ESN podcast on most of the things. ESN podcast at gmail.com to send in the things. It is 2016.
Let's do the 2016.
Oh yes. On the, what's the date now?
29th, I think it is. 28th. No, 27th.
That's one of the things I don't like about this.
27th of June.
It's the Cassioke. One of the things I don't like about this watch. That the date always comes off the screen. Maybe because I wear it on the wrong wrist. Anyways, you said 27th. 27th of June 2026. We are in One Stop Dreadlock Studios. And this is episode number...
1 second. Sorry. It's not my job.
570.
I feel like it's somebody's birthday today.
In your blood. Oh, glad. It's Hot Rod's birthday yesterday. Yeah. So, welcome. Unfortunately, it's just the two of us this evening.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm going to hail out anyone except...
Spider sense tingling.
Oh, brother. In fact, no. I have to do everything in him, man.
Wait for the wolf.
Should hail him
directly.
Should hail him.
That's all he's getting.
Oh, okay. That one said he's hail him.
Okay.
Simple said he can't come.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie Empress Menen Mama.
Man, I need to get a short one for people that are not here. They don't have to have the whole thing. You get me?
Mine is always short.
But in the room with me, I have
A Big Wahala. It's the A Big Wahala on Twitter. What is good, people?
and I've
ridiculed everyone on the roster.
Yes, and that's all again from me as well.
Wow.
Short intros this episode.
You ever got? We need to eat up time. Where is it, right? Because I don't know. I have got no topic.
The episode doesn't have to be a certain amount of time.
That's true.
But we were talking before we started anyway, so that's why. So just carry on with what we were saying.
Oh man,
let me make sure that this volume is voluming.
This whether it's the under the breast meat sweat whether boy. Jeez.
Yeah, you have to put the talcum powder
under
the breast meat. Under the breast meat.
It's hot, bruv. This week, if anyone doesn't know, the UK has been extremely hot this week. It has been in the 30s for a majority of the days, even, I think. It's been in the 30s, early 30s. But in the UK, it is not known for it to be in the 30s for numerous days. So people have been complaining about how hot it is. It has been so hot. And and I fully believe this to be the case, flies have been coming into my house to get respite from outside. All types of animal.
Well, we ain't. Fortunately, for whatever reason, our house hasn't been fly infested too much. The windows we open are small. So yeah.
Yeah, the door's been open and they come in, they get respite and they leave. It's like, I just need to just chill for a little bit and then leave again.
You need to get one of the net. We just got a net and put it over the door.
Okay.
So one of them ones there. It's not on properly, but I think it's doing the job in terms of stopping the flies coming in. So it is what it is.
In one of my football groups, one of the man they sent the picture of a fly on the aircon. Is it the aircon?
I went looking for fans the other day.
Oh man!
I started at Curry's, the first shop I went to, and it was the sign.
There is no fans, bro.
On the from when you walked in, before it's two sets of doors to walk into a lot of Curry's, in it. You got the outer doors and then the inner doors. In between those two doors, so I haven't even entered properly the complex. The things shut open up. There are no fans or air conditioning units in store.
What I don't understand is every year we get at least a couple of hot days. Like, why is everyone every year going to rebuy? Is your fans that bad that you just throw them away every year or something?
We have fans, but they're in the loft, and I can't be bothered to get them.
I went in the loft.
So
this
I went
week.
to buy a new one instead.
I went in the loft, and you claim you have money. You don't have money. I went in the loft this week, yeah, to put stuff because I've been decorating and painting and decorating my house. I'll get to that at some point.
Right.
And I went into the loft, and I tell you, yeah, this loft was hotter than hell, and the central line come by. I said, "What?" It's to the point where I went into the loft. Yeah, so you got it. To anyone that doesn't know, sometimes you have like a ladder that you take the ladder, you get into the loft that way. So I climbed the ladder, went into the loft halfway to throw whatever things I wanted to put in there, and by the time that I had come back, it's like the climate had changed so dramatically. Just going up and down the stairs, I was like, wow, it almost felt cool in the house because of how far it was up in the loft. Heat rises, boy. Jeez.
Yeah, that's why you have the what do you call it? What's the
Installation?
Insulation there, yeah. To stop it just going up and out.
Oh my days. It was so hot, man. I was like, wow.
Well, my loft is similarly hot. But it's converted in it, so and those are my quarters basically.
The man's quarters.
Yeah, so everything is in there for me. And so we have two of those fans, I believe. One of them might have broken. I know one that we use, so I found one easily, and I couldn't find the other one easily. I would have to start doing some major movements, and I couldn't be bothered. So I took the one down, put it in the boys' room. We have an air filter thing, an electric air filter that kind of like blows out cold air. And my daughter's obsessed with having that on in her room because her room is outside of the top. That's the hottest room in the back of the house is hot. Her room is in the back of the house, so the kitchen, the loft, which covers the whole top, and her room are the hottest. So she's always hot at night. I've bought different pillows for her now, all this stuff, so that she can. When we changed her bed, I tried to buy a mattress that was cool. All these things you read when they say cool mattress, I'm like, what? I've never cared about. Like, what difference does it make? But for her, I bought a cool mattress because she's always hot. Waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, Mommy, can you? I'm not too hot. I'm like, and what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do?
Find a solution.
If we wear socks or something as well.
I rarely know where people like
take off your socks.
It's like my wife. She does that all the time. I'm so cold. I'm being naked. I'll be like, so why are you put on clothes? Put on clothes.
She's trying to entice you.
No, she had like a whatever robe on, whatever. But put on clothes.
Where's my robe?
And then now she'll put anyway. This woman.
Some people that's like the way they sleep, they have to be.
I'm not talking about sleeping. I'm just talking about walking around the house or just around the house.
Oh, well, the same thing as well. I guess they want to be comfortable in the house. They wear clothes outside. They want to come in and wear whatever it is they want to wear.
She comes into the house. Google switch on the. She doesn't even acclimatize to any. Google switch on the heater. I have to turn it off on the slide.
No. That's not good enough.
Turn it off the slide, boy. Why just waste electricity? Just put it on the heat or gas, whichever one it takes.
Saying that the heating rack in the bathroom in this top floor I'm talking about, the heating rack. I don't know what you want to call it, or the towel rack. I just realised when I'm holding it, I'm like, is it so hot that it's heating up the metal, or is this thing because it's warm to touch? And I don't know if it's that it's just that hot in general, place.
Or or this particular week?
Definitely this week I'm noticing when I'm touching it, I'm like, this thing is warm. But I don't think the thing is on, because obviously it's set to switch on automatically when it's a certain temperature, which clearly it's not. Clearly it's very warm in my house, so it's not an issue. But it's what it is, man. The heat is there. If I realize I'm a slow moving person in general, so I think it affects me maybe slightly less than some others. Maybe having a bald head makes a difference as well. I don't know. But what I've realized is that, like, dousing my head in cold water, it doesn't seem to help.
So why would you do that?
Why would you put cold water on your head when you're hot?
I've never done that. I've never just let me just throw one over myself.
Yeah, well,
to burn.
I don't think that's the most.
I didn't say anything. I just whatever.
Yeah, but why would you ask? Why would you put cold something on your head when you're hot? It's like
I know they talk about cold compress, but don't just dash water over my head.
No, well, I have a rag that I carry with me often, and I soak it.
This man is to that type of level of uncle, boy.
And put it on my hair.
He has the rag that he just carries with him. Unnecessarily carries rag, boy.
So it is what it is.
Either you're very old or you're very fat when you carry those.
I've been doing rags for a long time, actually. Bandana thing. I've had a bandana for ages, man.
I've just been
from when I was young.
So this week I've been off, so I've been in the house majority of the time. This is one of them times where you wish you was in the office because the air conditioning they're blowing, but then you have to get to the said office. But my trays are air conditioned as well, so that's not really a problem. Although a lot of the transport things seems to be breaking down, but yeah, so I was painting and decorating the majority of this week. And everyone was like, why would you pick this week? I was like, I didn't know it was going to be this hot. And I've got a week off. I've got no reason to, I didn't want the week off. I have to take my holidays basically, or I'll lose them.
You didn't want the week off?
I don't have anything I don't like taking holidays when I have nothing to do. But I've got less holiday. I haven't got any holiday left. I mean, you only get holiday up to a certain period. If you don't take it, you lose it. So I had to take the week basically. So I said, all right, let me just, because me and my wife have been going back and forth over ChatGPT images, Gemini images of the front room and what she wants it to look like. So I said, you know what, for her, I'll do this for this week. I have wasted my whole week to paint and decorating. Like,
it's not a waste of a week because you've done something.
Yeah, but it's like the whole week. I didn't know painting and decorating took so long. Like I now know that I am a DIY person. I like to break and fix things. Yeah, I like to. If you tell me to make a wardrobe, I'm happy to do that. If you're telling me to do my decking, do all of this type of stuff that involves me using power tools and everything like that, I am very happy to go around and do it. The intricacy that involves painting and decorating is not for me, and I didn't want to pay somebody to do it because I was just like, I can paint and decorate, man. Because she was like, oh, we just get somebody. I was like, no, I will get somebody to do it. I'll do it. I wish I just got somebody to do it now, man.
Just to paint one wall?
Not one wall, one room.
You paint the whole room?
I paint the whole room and the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, well, how many coats did you do?
I've done 2 coats basically, and then not even 2 because some of them 3 because I did primer on some of them as well.
No, that don't count as a coat.
Of course it does.
Okay.
You have to wait for it to dry to put another coat.
Yes, but when somebody asks you how many coats of paint did you do, you don't include the primer. You include how many coats of the colour of the paint that you did.
Does the primer not paint the thing?
Is it the same paint you used?
What do you mean?
Did you use the same paint for the final colours?
Do you mean the same colour as the primer?
The same paint.
No, different paint.
So then it's okay. We was like, you like arguing over.
Why do you have to argue? Why can't you just let me say it though?
I said, but that's not. You don't count that as a layer of paint. Because I've been painting and decorating before you. Clearly.
Whatever, man. I'm gonna go and find it. I'm pretty easy to say that they use 3 layers. But anyway, I've been
Mr. Wall,
and I've been doing a lot of. So it's not just painting. Obviously, I had to. I was redoing and redesigning all my cabling and all my technology that is in my front room as well. Because my wife, rightfully so, has been very upset with the cabling that has been going on in my house. I tried to put trunking on there to hide it. The trunking is bust open because there's so many cables going here, there, whatever. So I said, you know what? She's right. Let me see what I can do with this thing. So I found a lot of inspiration in other places of ways to hide all the cabling within your house without having to do too much. So I did that. So I've hidden all the HDMI cables, this cable, that cable, and just having the plugs on the wall, as you know, makes a major difference from that now having to stretch the cable from one side of the room to the other and all this type of malarkey. Unfortunately, the plug sockets in where they were is not the best places. They didn't put them in the nicest of places. So anyway, so that was all done.
As in the new ones?
No, the old ones. The original ones are staying in it. So yeah, man. The sanding down, the this, the that. It's just so much, and it's still not perfect. But it's alright. I'm happy with what I've done. I'm not doing any more. There's bits that I still need to do, touch up, because I know when she sees this, she's gonna be like this. So there's things that I need to do, but I have finished for this week.
This thing is making a noise. There is my family are going away at some point. Okay, it's me, I think, and I'm gonna do everything when they're gone.
Okay, I just want you to know, yeah, and every other family member that is listening to this, I'm happy to help with gardening chores. I'm happy to help with any form of DIY type stuff. Do not ask me to help you paint and decorate, because I will say
Which is the decorate? You keep saying decorate, paint and decorate. Is it just paint you're talking about? What's the decorate part?
Ain't that what? Isn't all the cabling and all this stuff putting things? That's decorating.
I wouldn't call that decorating.
But what's decorating then?
Decorating is like hanging paintings on.
I was hanging stuff. I was hanging electronics.
Mirrors, putting up pieces of furniture, decorating a room.
I was decorating the room.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well,
you told me that you
I showed you
painted
this stuff. Yeah, but I showed you the bits that I did with all the skyboxes, this, that, and putting all this stuff everywhere. So.
Yeah, that one wouldn't necessarily.
That's
In fact, you know,
decorating.
fair enough. If you moved it from one complete place to another, then it's decorating. If
Yeah,
you just
man.
put it on a wall. But all right, fair enough.
I did
That's-
decorate. And I
I would have put all the electronics in the fireplace, but that's me.
Oh, no.
Well, that's why I got rid of my fireplace, and then I'm putting all my you know, I'm thinking about it actually. I don't have all the stuff you have, so there's no reason for anything to be there. But I've got the modem, the Alexa, the hard drives and all that stuff. That's in the fireplace there. I guess.
No, that's on the side. So I'm gonna get a cabinet to put that in. So the cabinet hides all of that stuff. But it looks alright now because I got like where the TV table is and everything. It looks clean and tidy and neat. But I want to get a cabinet that fits the color scheme that what we're doing. So either getting a mustard one or a blue one, depending on
Mustard.
Depends what the wife decides to do, but yeah, man, it's just been the longest week. I was just like every day. It's every day, and then again, unnecessary things I'm doing. So I wanna go through the wall, the chimney bus, because that's where I put the stuff on the chimney bus, yeah. And so I'm waiting for Sky to come because I'm like, you know what, Wahala, don't mess up the Sky thing. Let Sky come and do it. So you don't have to, just in case any problems come up. All right. Called up Sky. Yep, somebody will come on Tuesday to do this thing. I said, all right, cool. The man came on the Tuesday, looked at the chimney bus. Oh, we can't drill through chimney bus. I said, pardon. And I was going to send a message to them if I could find a way of doing it, but you can't. To say, bring a long drill because you're going to need to drill for chimney bus. And that might have saved my life, or saved my time, I should say. Because then they would have just said we don't do it, and then I could have just gone about my business anyway. So apparently they don't do it. They stopped doing it because it caused loads of problems with people's houses and stuff like that by drilling through chimney buses.
But what do you want to drill through what do you want to? I'm confused now.
What do you mean?
What did you want to do?
I wanted to drill a hole so I can put the satellite cable through it.
Okay.
Because the skybox is now on the wall.
So the cable comes from where?
Outside.
So you want them to go through the same way as you put the TV area or whatever it is?
So yeah, so basically on where my skybox was, they drilled a hole through there from outside in, because obviously the satellite's outside, they drilled a hole through it, and it was there. So I wanted to now remove that point where it was from there, so I can seal that up and then put it through where the skybox now is, which is on the wall on high. So then I asked them to do it, they said they can't do it. Then he told me to go and get this stupid Sky Street. You know what? The way South Africans hate foreigners, I hate Sky. I hate them.
So they told you to get Sky Q.
Sky Stream. I've got Sky Q.
Sky Stream. What's the difference between that and the Sky Q?
Sky Q is normal Sky with a satellite dish. Yeah, which means you can do everything.
I thought you didn't need a dish for Sky Q.
No, you
it was over there.
need a dish for Sky Q. So Sky Stream is where you don't need a satellite dish.
All right.
So Sky Stream is basically just a puck, they call it.
Yeah.
And you can just use it on the internet. But it comes with a load of rubbish. That's basically. So I'm like, I'll say to the engineer while I was trying to sell it to me, baby, blah, blah, blah. You know, then you don't need this to do this. You could just put it on the wall. And I was like, you know what? He's right. So I call up Sky. I'm like, okay, so can I still record? Not really. Can I still do this? No, not with Stream. Okay, so what is better with Stream than anything? Well, not really, nothing really. So then, and then they wanted to charge me more for it, and then longer contract. I said, "Are you crazy?" I almost switched to the people on there. I said, "You know, it's not even your fault. I can't even get angry at you because you've done nothing wrong. We just done this."
A lot of people that don't want or can't have satellite stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So if you're renting or stuff like that, then it's just an easy route to get Sky.
It is, but apparently, and the man was saying to me they're going to get rid of Sky Q in the next couple of. That's what the engineer was saying. In the next year or so, they're getting rid of Sky Q.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So I was like, so then when I spoke to the other guy, he's like, no, we're not getting rid of Sky Q. He told you that. He goes, we can't. You people outside contract, they've got Sky Q. People that want Sky Q can keep Sky Q.
Yeah, but you can phase it out, innit?
I don't know. But either way, this was the biggest deal for me because I remember I'm in a football group, yeah? I'm often in a football group where we discuss football at the time when the games are on, all right?
Okay, I know what you're going to say.
Exactly. I'll be like, bang, go. Minutes later, you know, somebody will be like, yeah. I said, what? And I thought they got IPTV. Nah, they got that stupid Sky Stream. I'm like, wow. The man said to me, yeah. If it's for sport, there is a massive delay between. I said,
I didn't realize it was going to be bad like that.
I think the minimum, if you're not maybe out of sync, I don't know, is around 30 seconds. And in sports, that's a lot.
It can be, yeah.
Especially imagine you live around an area where a football team is playing and you can hear them screaming and you're going to see waiting for something to come up on your screen. It's long. I said, nah, you know, let me just keep this. So that then meant that I then had to then find a way to get a solution, which meant that I needed to then now drill a hole through the wall, which meant that I needed to now buy the drill bit, which meant that I needed to then buy a whole brand new drill.
You've got there's an SDS drill in my house.
Do you have one?
The one that you bought and left it there.
What's that? Did I?
Yeah, I don't think I bought it. I think you bought it.
SDS drill.
SDS. That's what you use for the thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but it's massive.
No, that's not a drill. That's a
digger thing. All right.
That's a digger.
Yeah,
I've got that. No, and that's not like I would use that. But yeah, you can plug in the same thing, but it doesn't do the drill function. It just does the hammer function.
All right.
So I had to go and get one of those drills. I'm not gonna lie to you, I enjoyed it.
So you drilled through the wall in your house.
Jeez.
This is what you paid the dude to do it. This is what I'm saying. You didn't need to pay the dude to do what he did.
What?
The plug.
No. The plug is different.
All right.
The plug is different. But I could, if I had known that I needed to do the Sky thing, I would have told him to drill the hole for. Because he obviously did that for that. I would have told him, can you drill a hole for me, please? Then I wouldn't have to buy the thing.
Well, that is another thing on my list to do because I don't need to. I want to put a plug on the front of my house. When we moved in and we got the electrics redone, I got them to put a socket on the back of the house outside, but I didn't think to do it on the front because I thought if and when we get an electric, maybe I didn't think of it, but I just didn't do it in the end. But once I realized I could do it myself, I just shrugged and be like, at some point I'll do it myself. But I don't have that kind of drill to drill through
you
the
got
thing.
a drill now.
But extending the thing is not a problem once I get the drill.
No, I know how you can do it. It's just that I didn't want to mess up. Again, my wife wanted this to look good, so I'll make sure that I got people to do it for me. But yeah, if you want the drill's there now. You can use that wide drill.
Well, because I'm such a perfectionist, often I do things better looking than what other people do because I like my stuff looking good.
Yeah, I'm not you.
And I don't rush because, especially if I'm not an expert.
This is why it took me so long to do the paint thing because I didn't rush, and even then, it's still not perfect.
Painting is painting's not that long. It's for me.
It's the prep.
Yeah,
that's the point. And then even then, when I'm putting the stupid painter's tape, you turn off the painter's tape, you still see paint. And then sometimes it rips off the paint that you.
Yeah, sometimes you rip off the paint, but I don't see paint on the thingy if you're careful.
It does it, bro.
Yeah, well,
it does it. It doesn't look. Or if it's not the thing itself is not sharp, then he painted. It looks anyway. It didn't help me anyway. It helped me, but it still caused me wala. So
imagine in my daughter's room where I've painted her name on the wall.
Okay.
I had to use all that. Imagine having to use the paint to do a whole massive name.
Did you use stencil?
No, I did that freehand.
I would have got a stencil.
What stencil is 3D that size? I did a 3D. It's 3D thing, man.
I'm confused.
The image is done in. It's like a 3D. It looks like as in geometric pattern. Not 3D. Actually, is coming off the wall. But 3D as in block right.
I would have just done like them man do for what's it called, North London Banksy boy. I would have just done a stencil, put it against the wall.
What stencil?
Spray paint.
No. The girl was still in the room whilst I was doing all this stuff.
So
you don't spray and then stay in the same room at the same sleep in that room. Then
how long is it going to spray paint? You can't spray paint something for.
How long did you say it took to paint? Do you know how long it takes to do that thing?
That's what I'm saying. If you got
just to paint a room.
Okay, even if
it's
you
nowhere near as complex and intricate as
even if you
doing
use a
this.
paint, you just draw the stencil. You create the stencil.
You keep talking about this stencil.
You get a piece of cardboard. You create the image that you wanted to put on the wall. Yeah, you write it on the cardboard. You put it on the cardboard. You stick it against the wall. You paint the in between.
You can't do that because I just told you I've done it 3D. It's not all in the same color.
Okay, why can't you just mark out the bits that need to be what color and what?
Because if you have a stencil is one open shape, isn't it?
No, you could. I need to see what you're talking about because I don't understand.
I'll get it for you. Let me do my time. Keep going.
Because I don't understand. So because for me, if you draw it on the wall, you can draw it on a piece of cardboard and you can mark which color needs to be what.
You can't.
I don't understand.
Because a stencil is hollow. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So put a circle with your hand.
Yeah.
Now imagine that you were trying to do a circle inside the circle. Yeah. Can you do that on a stencil?
Well, yeah, you can do that first. So you do the stencil on the wall. You cut the circle first when you're finished. Paint that bit first, then you cut the second one.
So there'll be two stencils. You're saying. So you do the bigger one and then the smaller one, because you can't do it from the smaller one and the bigger.
Yeah, you can do that as well. If you want
so
to.
Then you can't use it. You'll be using two separate stencils.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that is not even what I'm talking about.
I don't know, but I would have just thought it would have been easy to do that. But anyway, you've done something for your daughter. That's good. I'm glad that you did it. But it sounds like more complicated than I would expect it to be.
It's very complicated.
Did you do it for your son?
I haven't done it yet, but because I'm doing his room now, in terms of decorating it, I'll put some cabinets on the high up. He's got the box room. So it's a bit. But like I said, it took me maybe a couple of weeks to do that, bit by bit. This is me just doing it after work, letter by letter, figuring out how to do it, painting over it bits and bobs because it wasn't done properly. But I'm gonna try and find a picture and show you. But I'm very proud of it.
Okay, that's good.
It looks good. It's like it's intricate. It's bare colours on it as well. It's not like it's
long. I just think to myself, it's long because how long is that girl gonna want that on the wall before she's too old for it?
It's not. I don't see it as a kid thing.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know.
Anyway, keep going.
I don't know. This is a whole long thing, but anyway. So I've been doing that all this week, and I'm just annoyed, man. I've just been walking up and I've been walking to the gym because I don't want to miss out on the step challenge that everyone's doing. So if for those that don't know, Google Health, if you match yourselves with Google Health people, it tells you how much steps you're all doing in your group of people, that your friends or whatever. And our family is now getting involved in the step challenge to see who's doing the most steps. And I seem to be lagging behind, which I do not understand why I am, but I was anyway. So this week, because I was at work, so I wasn't walking as much, I was making sure that I was walking to the gym every day, then going on the treadmill and then walking back. And that there was making me sweat so hard. But I can't do a podcast on my own.
I heard you. I was going to talk, but I have to interrupt you.
I'm looking. I'm not only talking because you're not looking at me. Like, I mean, to say that we're talking.
I'm listening. I don't want to say. I was going to say, in this heat, nobody else seems to be walking to the gym. If you're there to write down and fight the thing.
He's not looking at fight. I was there, bruv. I did my walk, bruv. Even then, I still didn't get much cardio load, but I was there walking, and I think I was top of the table.
You can't stop talking unless somebody interrupts you, though.
That's not what I said. So, you're not looking in my direction. You're looking like you're looking for something.
I'm waiting for you. I am looking for something. I'm looking to show you the thing, but that doesn't mean
you can show me after.
I'll forget after.
I will remind you.
Anyway, carry on.
I've got nothing else to say. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
I wanted to talk about the thing that we started off with. You're the one that started going off into pain and direct.
Okay, I'm saying talk about it.
Pain and the three. So as of recording tomorrow, we're gonna go to a white party for one of the man's birthday party.
Oh, the whites.
Yeah, so you have to wear all white. I've been to one recently on holiday, so I might just wear the same clothes because I just realised I don't even know if everything's washed or anything, and I've got work tomorrow before I go.
Well, if you put it outside today, it'll be dry by 5 minutes.
For shizzle. But what was I saying? So the rules for this thing are quite strict. They're saying you're not allowed to have stitching and logos of a different colour or a different size or whatever. But they said accessories are fine in terms of socks and shoes and belts.
And scarves and this. And that.
My brother can't seem to understand why I'm telling him that accessories is not the biggest deal for them. But he's like, if they're telling you can't wear a shirt with different colour stitching or bedazzled thing, even what did they say? Even jewels.
Yeah, jewels. Or not even like a logo can't be more than a 10 pence piece. Like they're being very particular, and then I could just wear a black belt, which I'm going to. You know what I mean?
How many people have a white belt?
That's the point, isn't it? If you want to go to do this whole white thing, not everyone's got all white clothing. Everyone's yardy.
But for me, I mean, I get it. I'll put it this way: I threw a red party. How many years ago would this be now? So I did it when I was about.
It'll be 30 years ago, or something like that. You spoke about this thing on there.
Nearly 30. It was 2009 or 1919. No, 2009. It's nearly 30 years ago. And I was very strict with the red as well.
We can't be 30 years ago.
Why not?
2009, I went 2027.
That's why I changed it to nearly 30 years ago, because I was in my early 20s.
It's not even 20 years ago.
Of course it is.
2009.
Forget 2009. I changed it.
To what?
I changed it to nearly 30 years ago.
It can't be nearly 30 years ago.
Even if you want to say that, enough with the 2009. I've changed it to
okay, whatever.
But in fact, you know what, actually, that one I should have on here. If I put the red party on here, something will pop up and I'll have a date on it. All right, so here we are. The flyer is here. The red party, I can give you the exact.
If it's 2000 or anything, it's not 30 years.
It doesn't have the date on it. It was Thursday, the 29th of April.
It would have been 30 because we'll be 30 something. And we're not in 2030 something, are we? We're in 2020 something.
All right, but okay. I know I was fresh out of uni.
Fresh out of jail.
And that was about early 20s.
Okay.
So maybe, so I would have been maybe 22. So all right, maybe 25 years ago then. Is that about right?
That's best.
Fine. About 25 years ago, and I was very strict with.
Yeah, and I don't. I'm very dead against all of these color schemed party things, and I hate it. And the fact, anyway, I want it to be known. This is the last year or batch of, not even year, maybe batch of parties I'm going to. If we're not going to dinner now, or we're not going to do an activity, I don't think I'm going anymore.
Listen, I went to what's that famous restaurant in Brixton near the station?
I don't know.
The Yardy one. But anyways, most of you listening that live in London or live in around London will know what I'm talking about. It's probably the most famous Caribbean restaurant, maybe even in London.
Well, I have no idea.
But it's just around the corner from Brixton. It's definitely the most one in Brixton, unless I'm completely out of the loop. But it's been there for ages. It's one of them ones that's been there since I was young. And I was there, and I was complaining the music was too loud. I couldn't hear the people sitting next to me. I was like, this is not. What was this? About 2 days ago. And it's like this is too much for me. And the music wasn't even that bad. And the people, everybody, I was one of the youngest ones there, and the people were looking at me like, all right, sorry, I wasn't one. I was in the middle. There were two younger than me and two older than me, but nobody was moaning about the music apart from me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You know,
Saturday bar.
That's a club like though, too, isn't it? Really,
it's a restaurant, man. What are you talking about?
I didn't even know that's still open.
This is my point. It's been there for a long time. So I was there on what's today? Saturday.
It even says when I go to Saturday bar, I don't know, make sure this. Yeah, Saturday bar Brixton, Asian restaurant. Are you sure it's Caribbean?
You know, because it's blacks that own it. That's why in my head. I was thinking,
the name itself is not Caribbean. Man just decided. Yeah,
but it's always been blacks though, you know, that I know of.
Are you sure that they own it though?
I don't. You know, actually, I don't know. I just assumed. Maybe they just have maybe they're doing the reverse thing.
Yeah.
Where you know, some blacks they own the thing and they have what is it? It's more now. It seems to be Arab people that they have actually serving and whatnot. Maybe it's the other way around, where Asian people own it and they're letting the blacks just be the face of the thing.
It is owned by Eli Foster.
How you spell that?
ELLY.
Ellie Foster. Okay, well.
I don't know.
Unless you want to go to the company's house or something like that.
That's where I'm sure it's finding it for me.
This one is there. But anyway, it's not important anyways. The thing is that's that.
Okay, so you were shouting. You don't want to shout and scream, basically.
So I agree with you.
And
The only reason I'm going to this thing here, because I suppose it's a day thing, so I don't actually mind too tough. But I didn't want to go. But the person who's requesting we go, he's a good brother, and he always makes a point of going to functions when people are invited.
Exactly.
So I said
the whole reason.
So I said, all right, for him, I'll go, because I'm not a fan of just you have to wear this and that. Like my brother, it's like, even if you're telling me I have to wear shoes, it's like, is that a wedding? Am I a groomsman? Why? So I don't even want to do that anymore. I like being casual. when it's something like essays thing there, because I know I'm gonna know a couple of people there, I can rock up by myself, sit down in the corner, and eventually I'll it's much more casual. So I like going to essay things. Basically, if it's not an essay thing, I'm not interested anymore. Because essay thing, they'll play music, but very often, in fact, it's just around the corner from from the Saturday bar, that Prince of Charles pub. They did it on the top floor, and they have the what do you call it? What's the thing on the top? What do they call it again?
Outside bit.
Yeah, whatever the outside area bit is. Balcony. It's not balcony area, but
Rooftop.
You got the rooftop thing there where the music is a bit lower. I go to the rooftop. It's not rammed. I can talk. I can hear. I'm happy up there. There's even a bar up there as well. I don't even have to go downstairs to get a drink if I need a drink. Nice. Especially in this kind of weather. Nice. So when SA does his thing, if you're looking to find me to knock me out, that's where you might actually find me outside. One of them things.
Yeah, man, because I don't want... I was just saying to one of my groups, because I'm in several different groups. This is my work group, where we're all moany old men in there. And I was like, all I want to do most of the time is sit in my pant at home and watch TV. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do all of this outside business. I just don't understand what's everyone's obsession with outside. And if I want to go outside, I want to be able to talk, or I want to be able to chat, or I want to be able to just enjoy myself in that capacity. Or I'm doing an activity like, I don't know, top golf or something that's an activity with a group of my friends. The minute I'm going raving, I'm just like, why am I here? Why am I don't have any purpose to be in this rave. And I don't even know tomorrow. I already in my brain know I'm going early. I'm not staying there too late.
Well, I'll be at work. It's 2004. The Red Party was.
Okay.
So it's like 22 years.
Yes.
All right. April 20. Yeah. So just over 22 years. Not bad. So how old was I then? Let me see. Okay. So still, I was early 20s. Not as early as I thought. But because I was disappointed in the turnout, even though the turnout was right. I just realised it was a Thursday night.
Okay. Don't worry about your damn Red Party. You speak about this Red Party every so often. You know that?
What's your point? I can't talk about it again.
No.
No, because I'm just realising not only was it not empty, not only was the rules quite strict, but it was on a Thursday as well, and people still came out. So remember, I'm just talking about my experience of being upset. So I'm just like, maybe looking in hindsight, I don't have so much to be upset about. So we have to fill in space, but don't talk about anything.
What did I say? What are you talking about? Oh,
we have to fill in space.
yeah, because you talk about this Red Party all the time, and
I don't talk about it all the time.
And you mentioned the same thing as well. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
I don't think I talk about it all the time, and it's not like I brought it up out the blue.
Okay,
it's applicable to what we're discussing.
Did you do a Blue Party as well?
I had left by that point, so Webbs did it with Webbs did it.
Oh, okay. I kind of remember Blue Party. So. Any of this, I think I got this from my dad, isn't it? Because my dad's also one of those people that doesn't like people to be forced to be wearing certain things and this, that, and that. Although he does like people to be dressed smart.
It is what it is.
I just don't understand. I've never. Again, they were talking about the photos and how the photos looked, so maybe that's why people care about all this color scheme and
what photos? The photos for the previous events.
Yeah.
So what did they say? They said it on that thing.
Yeah.
What did they say?
Something like it looked nice, or to see everyone in the white. Oh, I don't know. Either way, I'm just like
this because all right. So this thing is geared towards because like it's under 30, it's not even allowed.
Yeah,
so
it's 30 and over 35.
So there you go. It's geared towards adults, and for me, it's like once you're over that age, I shouldn't be rushing to do all this kind of stuff anymore.
I should be able to wear what I want.
But you can wear trainers to this week.
Supposedly, yeah, because it's gonna be outside, isn't it?
I'm trying to think which white trainers I can wear then.
Well, you can wear trainers with any color trainers. That's the point.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see. I'll wear whatever in it. I'll wear what I'm wearing. I'll find something. I'll find something. But I'm probably gonna be late because I got to go work and then I got to go home and then I got to iron the clothes and then I got to find the clothes and then
Well, you can't get there before after 8 o'clock. So
after 8 you can't get in as well.
No, and it finishes at 10.
I'm happy with that because I'll go work the next day too. I got to work every day.
I don't know. So my wife is also going. So I said to her, listen, tell me whatever time you lot are going. So we go together, and then I need to now find out what time the man devs are coming, and then I will try to plan how I'm going to escape out of that place.
What difference does it make what time she's going? You want to go with her?
We're going together, innit? What? I'm just going to how's she going to get there?
I don't know.
Me, innit?
Well, you saying she's going with her girls or something? That's the impression I got.
Yeah, the girls are gonna come pick her up.
I don't know.
Her girls are gonna be there with her. She's going with her friends. I'm meeting you guys there. But we're coming from the same house.
My wife and I, we don't. If we're doing something like that, she's going with her girls, and I'm going. It's not necessary that we have to go together.
Well, it's not. Both of you drive.
Sorry,
both of you drive.
Even if we didn't drive, there's times where do you see me drive all the time? How many times do you see me? I'm not in the car. This place, wherever it was, I would happily. If there's a place where I could get there with public transport,
no,
I'll happily take public transport.
Well, you can't.
All right. Well, that's. I'm about.
And then you have to pay to park, by the way.
How much is the parking?
I think parking is £10 to park.
10? Oh my gosh! So all right. I'll spill the beans. I won't spill too many beans, but I'll spend £40-something on this ticket. And as you just said, I don't want to go. I'm going for my boy. I'm not interested in the party atmosphere and whatnot. Maybe if I see a bunch of people that I know there, maybe it might be. I haven't seen you in ages. But I don't think that's going to be the case. think it's going to be the case. I'm going to see all the boys that I know that are there, and we're happy. I could happily go to the chop shop and chill with them for free.
This is what I'm saying. I don't even know why I didn't ask, because you know what's going to happen. It's quite after the birthday now. But I would have said, "Are you the man going to eat?" And they would have said, "Yeah." That's what I would have just done. I should have asked that question a long time ago. Is man's going to eat?
Yeah, but he wants you there.
You don't have to have me there.
You don't want you to come to the food place. They go eat all the time. Did they invite you to eat?
Well, that's not good. I had to ask.
Yeah, they don't invite you. They invited you here. This is where he wants you.
I'm not going there again.
I'll see a picture previously with all of them in the white.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
they go every year.
Okay, well, this is the first time I've been invited as well, because I've seen the pictures before, but I was never there.
They go every year, man. I didn't
know this thing happens every year. I didn't know about this thing. I don't know about this thing.
Yeah, as I said, my wife has gone for the past couple of years, so I already know.
See, I don't know about this thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it's not SA production, I'm not interested.
Yeah, man, I've dropped her off, man, many a time and just drove off.
Is it in the same place?
Yeah.
Oh, so is it far from me?
From you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So maybe I'll take the big car.
It's about 10 minutes away from my house.
Okay, all right then. Oh, so you're blessed then.
10 minutes. That's why I said I'm just leaving the guy at home, and then I'll come and pick her right back up again when she's ready.
So so this is my point. You're gonna leave her there. You're gonna like.
I'm not leaving. I leave her with her friends.
All right then.
But I have to go and get her. I mean, I'm not gonna just say to her, "Oh, I'm going now. You stay at home and then find your way there."
Okay. I don't want to take the small car, but I just realised the missus is probably gonna have the big car. It is what it is. It is what it is. First world problems kind of business. First world problems.
Yeah, well.
All right. Okay. Is there anything else that on the agenda? Anything that has been happening in our lives or in the world that we can discuss?
I don't know. We were talking about the World Cup as well at one point.
The World Cup. I haven't had the chance to watch too many full games, but I've been watching a bunch of the highlights. I was meant to watch some before I came here, but hopefully I'll watch some when I go home. England and Ghana are both playing tonight. So their game start in just over an hour.
I think it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, so it's just before 9 now. So I'll probably be driving by the time those games are on. I was looking forward to maybe watching that and falling asleep on those games, but because of podcasting, because I had to wait until a late time now, I think I'm going to miss it.
I was half an hour. And we can cut this up by half an hour if you want to. I have no problem.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I'm just giving it. Not exactly. I'm just explaining my situation.
Me, that's always waiting for everyone else. In fact, I was still here before you. Anyway,
I was 11 minutes late. Sorry, but there was traffic, man. What can I say? To be honest, if I didn't try and take the slide route, you know when your Google Maps tells you or whatever your Waze tells you there's traffic here, you know there's something happening there. There's bare traffic. It's gonna add 9 minutes to your journey, 10 minutes to your journey. I'm like, damn it! Let me take a side route. I take the side route, and then the traffic. Everybody else has had the same idea, but that side route now is worse than the.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when you bust that move because everyone's using it now, man.
And I kind of knew. I know this is a slipstream down the side of the dual carriageway. But if more than like 10 or 15 people say they're going to do the same thing, because it's bare less people, don't get me wrong, because the dual carriageway is chock. So I know my thing is not that many people, but it doesn't matter. It's just a single road. It's a two-way thing as well. And this tiny little ditch, and it's like okay. And then so that was that. So then it just added time. And said, oh yeah, it added more time to the day. I was like, damn it. And then that was that. So I probably would have been on time if I just did the normal thing without trying to. So there's a lesson in life there somewhere. Lesson.
I always use that thing, man. Every minute there's, especially now when the heat is on, everyone's just crashing their car. I've been seeing all these stupid accidents on the road. I thought, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Let me not put it there because I don't want to evoke any far right supporters. But I'm just saying that, because the people don't know how to drive in this country, bro. They don't know how to drive. I'm just like, what's wrong with you people? You just do so much rubbish. Like every time I'm on the road, I just look at my wife was like, why are you always even now she's cussing down. People are just doing the most. It's like they're just reckless. I don't understand.
All right, here's the thing then, because I think as anybody that's driving can identify with looking at somebody else and wondering why did you do that nonsense or blah blah. Somebody's doing the nonsense, but at least once a week you do something where you be like sorry when you're driving.
No,
okay. All right, I'm just.
I don't do something once a week to say sorry.
Okay, a month then.
Maybe a month.
All right, that person is looking at you thinking the same thing of you as you and you're looking.
Maybe.
So I think sometimes.
But mine is not a madness. Mine will be like a mistake. Yeah. These people are doing a madness.
I get that because there'll be times, you know, when you're two people are gonna go opposite ways on a road where we know we have to kind of pull over. Somebody's gonna have to pull over, and I know I shouldn't have gone as far down. I should have just stopped and let them go. And maybe I have to reverse, or they have to reverse, and then I'm like, sorry. And the daggers they can give you once you go past, like, why did you do that? And it's like, I stopped, I reversed. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And then, but end of the day, all they're thinking of is this idiot. Why didn't they stop? It's like, because I saw you late, or I was zigging around the corner, or something like that. Not dangerous, not reckless, but a mistake. And I think sometimes it's like we don't give people the grace for mistakes. The things that I have an issue with, where it's no longer a mistake, it's like this is just really. I think selfish driving is what bothers me a lot. Mm-hmm. Which I guess this can be carried out because I mean, you'll be selfish. But I'll be like, I made a mistake and I reverse. But there are people where it's like, I need to think of an example. But the selfish driving one is like the issue it causes when you're making traffic more for everybody, maybe even including yourself.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Because you're trying to get fast.
Just do what happened today. Coming off the A13, coming to go towards the A12, right? There's 3 lanes. One of the lanes is a bus lane. So you're not really supposed to go down it unless you're a bus. This idiot decided that he wanted to drive down and try to because he wants to go past everyone. He drives down this stupid bus lane, yeah? Gets stopped at, everyone stopped at the light. This idiot now, there's a big ambulance behind us that's trying to get past to go on with flashing lights. He can't get past. Because the fool has put himself in the lane that would allow him to get past.
Is he not allowed in the bus lane?
No.
It's a bus lane only.
Yeah, and now he's trying because he doesn't want to go in the zigzag and go past the red light. He's now trying to do everything but move out the way. Everyone's just looking at him like this is because you wanted to be an idiot and try and overtake everyone.
But if the ambulance didn't come, then it wouldn't be.
But the ambulance was there when he did it with the flashing lights. He just wasn't paying attention because he was so gung ho and trying to get past everyone.
Yeah, well,
and this is the idiot things I'm talking about. Like it's just idiotic. Now somebody could be potentially waiting.
You're saying idiotic, but here's the thing. Now, like I just said, if there were no ambulances, no harm, no foul.
But the ambulance was there.
What my point is, then they didn't notice. Just like you said, they were trying to rush, and I said that the graces they didn't spot it because if they spotted it, they would have let the ambulance go and then gone into the thing.
He's an idiot. And then I have it all the time, especially again somebody coming from the left hand lane trying to cut through 4 lanes because they want to try and do overtake. Idiot.
The reckless ones where it's like if anything happens, you could hurt somebody, you know.
Yeah, idiots, and I have so many of them because of where I live.
I don't have. I have lesser things, more inconsiderate things there.
I have a lot of idiots.
It's the danger. I don't drive as much as you do anyway, so
yeah, that's
the thing. You're always behind the wheel. I try and actively avoid it.
It's just idiots. I just constant foolish behavior, and I'm just like, you just want, and then you see the stupid ones with their stupid. This is a proper
the spoilers and
with the stupid balloons in their mouth.
I don't see that often, man. How often do you see that?
I see it a lot, especially even around here.
I don't see it that
people
often.
driving with balloons in their mouth, doing balloons. Look at this idiot. Look at this. You know what? Really, I've not been.
What grinds my gears?
I've not been just annoyed about a celebrity for a very long time. Yeah.
Oh,
but Raheem Sterling getting caught with the balloons behind the wheel has vexed me so much. Because he's almost given the media the ammunition that they want. Because they've been always trying to get him.
But can you imagine? I've seen one story about it, and that was it. And that was what was sent to me. It's not even like it popped up on my social media.
News. It was on the news. It was everywhere.
But okay, maybe to be honest, all right. Well then, all right. Maybe
big Lamborghini, you know.
Because every time they've said something about it before, and it's been like they've blown something out of proportion, they've made a big deal out of nothing. They've picked this tiny, stupid little thing and just made a story about it. The hoo-ha has been a mazin. With this one here, and if it wasn't for one of you people putting it in the family group, I wouldn't know about it. You know?
I think because he's not like a non-entity now. No one cares about it. He don't play for England anymore. He's not doesn't even play in England anymore. That's why he's probably gone. It's a bit like what's his face now?
I don't know. You know,
what's the other one that was a disappointment in football? The one that played for Spurs.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. Man.
The one that's Nigerian in descent as well. Dele Alli.
He doesn't play anymore, does he?
I don't think so. He might play somewhere. You never know, but I don't know. But he was the one that, again, he at one point he was talk of the town. So whenever he was doing something, he'll be in the news. But
okay,
the minute that you go,
remember.
the minute you're no longer talk of the town anymore, no one cares. But that Raheem Sterling one vexed me because I'm like, why? You're a big man now.
Okay, well, the story was Raheem Sterling was caught with doing balloons on the dual carriage or motorway.
Yeah, swerving in lanes.
Yeah, and you have video footage of him swerving. Clearly, you can see that he wasn't under control of the car.
And what made it even worse is that literally that week there was on the news they were talking about investigations of a high rise in drug driving.
Yeah. I don't know if we mentioned it on the pod or if I said it in private. That the drunk driving thing, I don't know what publicity scheme or what. There was a push for it. I don't know how many years ago it was. It would have been when I was very young. Like, don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. It was a big deal. And it worked. It worked. Go and talk to people 40, 50 years ago.
Do you... Again, we don't go out enough. But how many people do you think is going out raving every night and drinking and driving?
I hear people talk about designated drivers. I hear people I'm taking Uber. And I'm talking about the
Uber changed life.
People are our age. I know people our age where it's like I'm not drinking because I'm driving, or I'm not going because I'm driving.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
I'm just not gonna, because there's some people they can't enjoy themselves when they're drinking. So it's like, I have to drive. Where is it? It's such and such. Because I have to drive, I just won't go.
Yeah, but we have to remember that the drinking culture as a whole has decreased.
But that might have been a part of it.
Maybe, but the drinking and driving stuff. I've been out. Or you've been out. And there's people that
I'm not saying it's been eradicated. I'm saying it clearly.
Yeah, Uber's made a bad
the culture even before Uber. So forget Uber.
I don't think it has before Uber.
I will put my hand on anything and say yes, it did. Blatantly.
The reason why I knew that there was a massive push though, or change in a lot of people's mindset,
even before Uber,
is when the thing that happened with Gets.
But what?
Because the way that people was just talking like it's the most ridiculous thing for a drink driver to even happen. Like, drink drive, how can you be drink driving? And I was like, whoa. Is this now something where younger people are just like...
No, because there's a different... No. What he did, like what we saw with Raheem Sterling, is people say that's irresponsible, that's reckless, that's silly. But because you see the video of him, he's swerving from side to side. You can see this man is a bit... he's not in control of the car. It's reckless. What Gets did is beyond reckless. I don't even know the term.
But they're not talking about
that. I'm telling you.
No,
I am. Let me finish. I am telling you that if he was driving at a normal speed and he hit somebody, even if the same way he hit somebody at a normal speed, the person was at a zebra crossing and it just didn't stop, the conversation would be completely different. I'm telling you because it wasn't about the hitting thing. It was just the case of people saying, how can you be getting drunk and driving? That was their thing. It wasn't even a case of,
I'm telling you, was like, in big 2026 you're still getting drunk and driving. Like, it was like exactly what you're saying almost. Like, how can you be still drinking and driving in this time thing when there's so much different avenues for you not to have to drink and you're still drinking and driving?
That's fair enough. I'm not arguing with you in the case that that people would might query that, but it's a bigger deal because of how bad he was driving.
Yes, I'm not disputing that how bad he was driving had an impact on what they looked at, but they were cussing that as well as, how can you still be drinking and driving in 2026? Because it was an attachment, not the main thing. The main thing is you hit somebody, you didn't stop. That's the thing. Look how fast you're driving. You're hitting somebody, you didn't stop. The side part was, I don't even understand how you're still drinking and driving in 2026.
Well, as I said, I know is the numbers are down as far as I'm concerned.
But the drug driving is up.
That one, like I said, I don't know people that outside of weed.
That's drug driving.
Yeah, but that's always been the case. It's not like that's risen. I don't think it's risen. It's just been there. This balloon thing is a different story, and because
balloon,
as far as I know,
what's this thing as well? That's whatever the thing that these people smoke as well.
Vaping.
They got you got the drugs that have in the vape as well.
Yeah, but then it would be like the weed juice in it.
I don't know if it's weed juice. I don't know what they put in their vape. But again, that's another one now.
But then for me, that's just the same as weed.
But there's people that wouldn't smoke weed before now use the vape thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
So there's an increase. But
I don't. Not everybody is vaping drugs.
I did say it was.
So then calm down, then,
I'm
innit?
just saying, innit?
Jeez,
I'm just saying,
man.
innit? But
you are the old man, innit?
The balloon thing, I've seen bare people doing it all the time.
Maybe I'm not watching people's inside their cars or something. I don't know, but I don't see it often. Up to the point where when I see it stands out to me as opposed to again.
It's crazy though, because the whole reason for using balloons is meant to knock out your brain cells for a couple of seconds.
I don't know what it's. Isn't that all drugs?
No. Like, maybe Google it to explain to what the balloons do. Because from what I know, it's meant to make you even almost knock out. Not all drugs make you knock out. As you say, weed doesn't make you knock out.
Some people does. What are you talking about? Knock out or
it mellows you. It's not meant to knock you out. Whereas this shuts off the oxygen to your brain. For what I know, balloons shut off the oxygen to your brain. So you're out for a few seconds or minutes or whatever you're out for.
Nitrous oxide. All right, let's see. I'll do the ChatGPT thing. Since that's going to fill up some time. I'll talk to the bitch. Yo, nitrous oxide weed. When people take it, weed, nitrous oxide drugs. When they take it through balloons, what does it do to the human mind and body?
It's sometimes called laughing gas. It can give a really short-lived euphoric or dissociative high. It basically causes a brief drop in oxygen to the brain, which can lead to dizziness, laughter, and sometimes even a loss of coordination. But it's also risky. If used a lot or in an unsafe way, it can cause oxygen deprivation and even nerve damage. So it's definitely something to be careful with.
Anyway, I see a load of people doing it, and then they want to race. It's just people on this high business. I don't know.
People, maybe, you know what? I think it's one of those things where it's because I haven't drunk and I haven't. All right, these people I went out with this week, they were all drinking. And
yeah, I've already been outside.
And sorry,
I said you've already been outside this week. Or is that the Satay Boys?
This is Satay Boys.
Okay.
Yeah, and I forgot the point I was trying to make now, but I was talking about drinking. No, what was I talking about?
The fact that you don't drink. I'm assuming this is one of the reasons what you maybe was discussing with them.
Yeah, because it was a 2-for-1 or something or another.
Okay,
and I said sorry, I'll get a juice and a water. Because the drinks they were expensive, like £8 to £11 or something for a cocktail, and I'm not having one anyway. I don't drink alcohol, and it's there's mocktails. I said it's alright. Mocktails, same price. I said besides I don't drink anyways, and the woman looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, so when did you stop? I said I've never drunk. And then they'll ask why. I'll be like, because, and then they started giving me drunken stories. And she was talking about when she threw up, and she said this one vodka messes her up.
It's not enticing.
And blah, blah, blah. And I said, because of all these stories, why I didn't drink.
What is enticing?
None of this sounds appealing to me. Like, I can't do vodka. The man put a vodka. So I said, so you can't do vodka. The man gave you a vodka, whatever it was, and you still drank it. Yeah. Anyways.
They don't know that they're alcoholics.
I'm not calling these people alcoholics.
They don't know that they can't stop then.
I'm not even saying that. It's not even an issue. My thing is, I don't need to drink. As far as I'm concerned, I can have enough fun without drinking. I don't like the idea of being out of control. I'm a control freak. So all this taking the oxide and losing control, losing consciousness, not being able to do this, not being able to understand that, forgetting this, all of this is the type of thing that scares me. This is not appealing to somebody that is a control freak. Yeah. I do not want to lose control. And if you're the type of person where it's like, I need this for my energy, I need this for my confidence, I need this for this and that. Confidence, maybe you could have chucked that at me when I was younger, but as an adult now, I don't need all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I find poor.
that people are compensating.
Yeah, like the first thing you mentioned, the one that upsets me the most. Like, I cannot have fun unless I drink. I'm like, what does that? Does that show you how much of a dependency you have against with this thing that you cannot have fun unless you drink? That makes no sense to me. So if we don't drink today, we're not gonna have fun. It's just not gonna happen.
The ones is when it happened at work functions. I can't drink at the work function for whatever reason. So I'm just not going. I want to go. If I could drink, I would go. But I can't drink, so I'm not going. And that's the one where it's like, so I just don't. And then I have this thing where there are people that drink. And it's like, if it's just going to be me and them, we can't go to certain places. I'll be like, but I'm not stopping you from drinking. No, I cannot drink alone.
Yeah, basically.
Because, and then when you delve into it, sometimes it's like, the way I had somebody explain it to me before, like if we're all drinking and we're all going to do stupidness, and we've all got the cover that we've all done the stupidness, we were all intoxicated when we did it.
Yes,
it levels the playing field. If we have a sober person around, it dampens the mood because like there's some part of your brain which is judging. They're looking at us in this because what they've said is when I'm sober and I'm around drunk people that are drinking, I'm looking at these people like wow.
They're dumb.
So I don't.
Stupid.
So I didn't say all of that, but they're looking like. But basically, it's like I see the difference between these people when they're sober and when they're drinking, and I don't want to be the person that is the drunk person around the sober people.
I'm not saying that. That's what they're saying to me. They're like, they look stupid, they look dumb. I'm like, but you drink though. So then, yeah, but I didn't think I looked like that. I said, so what do you think you look like when you're...
No, these people, they know they look like that.
They're like, what do you think you look like?
Which is why they don't want me to be around me. It's like, if we're going to go somewhere, it has to be somewhere I can have a couple of drinks or whatever. I'm not going to get slush.
So never at dinner.
But the crunk thing is the fun thing. Yeah. But if you're not drinking, I don't want to go there. Because it's part of the, I guess, the being crunk and having fun is that I'm going to be drunk when I'm there.
It's weird because even I don't know about so much with you, but even in my dating life, it's been a problem.
Go on then.
Like people are like, oh, you don't drink. And then it's almost like they have to now readjust themselves. They don't know how to function around that person because obviously people go out for drinks, but you're not drinking.
If I drunk, you would see Mad Cat at functions drinking.
yeah, because they stop drinking themselves. That happened with my wife. She'll still drink when she goes out.
Hardly ever though.
But it will be much different if we drank together.
Up to the point where if the one odd time or twice a year we give her a beer. And this is the thing. I'm not telling you not to drink, but
they don't want to drink. They don't want to drink with you.
But this is just one of those things. I realize there are some things in life where even if you can, I can't figure the word, but your brain can figure it out. You can intellectualize it. I can't say the word, but hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. You cannot fully understand it until you lived it. And I just know that this is one of those things that my brain understands that they don't want to feel a certain way, they don't want to feel out of place, they don't want to look silly, they don't want to make... Because sometimes they think that I have a problem as a sober person around drunk people because maybe they have a problem when they're around drunk people. I don't know. But I'm like, I don't have a problem unless you're going to be trying to like kiss me or something.
They do.
Yeah, but it's not the people I'm hanging around that are drunk. So or whatever. So it's not an issue. I'm used to being around, being sober around people that are drinking because I'm never the drinker. So the minute that people are drinking around me, then that's the situation I'm in.
You never feel uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable in the regards that...
Well, I you say you're a control freak, but I think I'm more of a control freak than you are.
Yeah.
So when people are getting drunk, I don't know what they're going to do. So it makes me feel uncomfortable.
No, not like that. No, that's not the issue. If they're doing something that like trying to kiss me thing, like, but even then it's just like pushing me away or whatever. It's not the biggest deal in the world. But
some people get very boisterous.
I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do when you're sober. That is for me. This is very redundant thinking.
No, but I have more faith that you're going to be.
You can have all the faith you want.
I'm going to have more faith that you're going to do something more sensible when you're sober than when you're drunk. That's because fine. I've seen how you behave when you're drunk.
That's fine. But for me, that person could have woken up and I understand it. It's not even that it doesn't make sense. It's true. It's not even that it doesn't. It's true. It's true. But who am I to account for? You woke up today, had an argument with your missus, your car got towed, and then you've come into the function and you're not drinking. And yet and somebody steps on your foot and bang. Or well, you come in drunk and you're in a good mood and somebody steps on your foot, you're like, hey, watch it, bruv. And that's the end of it. I don't know.
I do not like. That's
the difference between me and you. It's like,
because you are quite happy to just let people be people. I want them to be controlled.
Yeah, but it's not. Even that aside, what you're doing, I have to have the arrogance that I know what you're going to do in what situation for me to have that problem.
Not really. It's not a case of I know what you're going to do. It's the whole point. I don't know what you're going to do.
But then that's where for me, as much as I'm what did we say? Control freak. If I can't control you, then I can't control you. It's almost like an off and on switch. There's not this halfway thing where it's like I have a grown adult beside me that I know I can't control. They're not my younger sibling. They're not my younger cousin. They're my bedroom or whatever it is. I cannot control them. So then the switch is just off.
Well, that's why
there's not. It's like where it's a little bit where I can do something. I want them to be sober. I want them to be in this part of the room. I want them to be this. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I can't ask people, can you do this or can you do that? Can you drink a bit less or let's stand over there because of. It's not that but in terms of the situation is out of my control.
No,
so it's just off.
No, it's not out of your control because you can leave.
The situation is out of my control. Me being in this situation is a different story.
Yeah, so that's what I tend to do. If I know that it's getting to a point, or there's a point where I don't want to be involved, or I don't feel like I'm in anywhere close to even be able to even control a discussion with this person, I just leave.
Well, I don't. My thing doesn't get that far.
Yeah, I get that far. Like at work functions, I stay for 10-15 minutes. The minute I start seeing I'm gone. I'm latest. They be like, why? I'm like, as far as I can say, you lot already started, so I'm good.
But you assume the worst more than me.
Yeah.
I
don't allow people to show me who they are because I don't want to see it. So
well, that's the opposite of me then, isn't it? I want to see who you are.
Yeah, man.
Why would I not want to see who you are?
Because I know who you are already. Most of the time, I already know who you are. So all you're doing is getting me angry. So then I are going to be getting angry because I know who I am. So, before that even happens, let me just leave.
Well, this is I guess the difference between me and a lot of people actually. Who people are is not the thing that bothers me.
Until it's you that they come to do their foolishness with.
Doing foolishness and who they are is two different things. Who you are is I want to see who you are. Being aggressive, rude, insulting, or whatever to me is a whole different story. But then even then, at least let me see it then, innit? If that's what you wanted to do to me all this time, yeah, let me see it.
Nah.
Come on, if you think you're hard enough.
If maybe personal life, maybe, but work, nah. Don't need to know who you are. I just need to do what I want you to do.
Even your bosses.
But yeah.
Well, see, that is not how I look at work anyways as well. But maybe I'm no manager. I don't have subordinates that I can be there telling them, I want you just to do what I want you to do.
Even my manager, I want them to do what I want them to do. People never ever underestimate the power of managing up as well. But that's another story for another day.
It's not even that. It's just that. Here's the thing. Me going to all right, man, okay. I'm just thinking of work. It's just like I'm just there to come in and go. It's not even like if you were to ascertain what I'm doing whilst I'm there, you might say you are doing this, but it's not something I could come back later and be like, I just want it. It's not even something I'm even thinking of. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's not for you to think about, I suppose. Whereas for me, I got to think about this type of thing. If I have to, but anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, I don't even know how we got to the drink. I just don't want to go out, man. I don't want to go out. I don't want to be outside again, especially in this heat as well. Yee.
Well, I did ask Wendy if she wanted to come on the pod this evening, and she said she's going to watch the Ghana game in some sort of function. And I was thinking that would be nice if I could have gone with the missus. If we could dump the kids somewhere and gone, I would have done that. When she told me where it was, I didn't even ask her because I was going to ask, is it public or private thing? When she said where it was, I said, yeah, I'm never going to bother asking. It's too far anyways. But something like that.
But that's what was it outside?
I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. For me, that's not the same as a rave. I need to be. That's why I was being more. Yeah, I don't want to go raving.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I want to go to. Oh, it's a rave that they're going to be showing the fact.
No, I don't know. I don't know where they're showing the football. I'm saying when I was talking about earlier, that's why I said if it's not an SA function, that's what I meant by function, like some sort of party. Because this thing later on that we're going to tomorrow, I don't know if it's called a rave. Day party.
Day party is a rave, innit? It's a rave during the day. That's just what people are. The older they get, people don't want to stay out late like that now, so they just rave during the day. Me and my boss was talking about it. He's like, these days, he likes still raving still. And I'm like, I can't do it. I just don't want. Like the last rave that we went to, I went to, I stood in the corner for the whole rave. I just listened to the music. I could do that in my car, but that's what I did.
These kids nowadays,
I just see
ain't nobody like we used to.
I see all the man them running around doing whatever they're doing, smiling, grinning, whatever. I'm just there sitting in my corner.
So what? Super D pioneer thing, you're not on it.
Just to stand in the corner and listen to the music.
I suppose I go to I don't know. Let me stop talking. If I'm around the right people, then it doesn't even matter where I'm at.
It matters.
But raving for the sake of raving is
Yes.
is definitely not for me.
Not for me, man.
If I'm gonna be around the boys I'm gonna be around with tomorrow, it doesn't matter where we are. I'm gonna have fun.
Because I'm talking about I'm going home later. But if I'm catching jokes now, I might stay.
If I'm around these guys, I'm gonna have fun. The issue is can I hear you when you're talking? Like that's it. Because if we have to shout, then I know that eventually we don't shout that much. We're standing holding our drinks, and then that's it. Might watch a couple of bottoms or whatever. Well, how much bottom can you watch when you're a married man?
That's the whole point. I don't. Again, why am I there?
Well, so once you're not checking girls,
I don't want to be in any place where there's girls unnecessarily there that I can't check to. What's the point? It's just,
well, I'll chat to them.
Oh, yes, you're different than I suppose. But for me, it's just like it's just enticing yourself for no reason. I don't like putting myself in situations where I'm just there for no reason. As far as I'm concerned, I don't want to dance. I don't want to chat to women. I don't want to drink. Why am I there?
To look pretty in your white clothes.
I'm talking about every rave. I'm not even just putting it to these particular rave.
You know, I just realised the top I was gonna wear has a gold a green collar. Sorry,
Can't wear it.
is that so? Because the whole thing is white. It's just the color.
You cannot wear it.
It's ridiculous, man. So I need to find something else now.
Gotta find a white t-shirt.
Well, I've got tons of white t-shirt, but then I'm trying to think of white t-shirt that doesn't have any logo on it that's above 10 pence.
Go to Primark, as the man said.
No, I've got plain white t-shirt, but I'm not wearing just a box standard.
You trying to impress there?
No. Those are the kind of t-shirts I wear underneath something else when it's
Why do you
cold.
wear a white shirt?
As opposed to,
You got plenty of those.
I'm seeing as I'm putting so much weight, they don't even look right anymore.
Yeah. Again, you went to go the.
And then the type of white shirt I might have is not necessarily going to fit the shorts or the loose kind of trousers that I've got. Nah, man. I had this thing in my head because it's the same one I wore on holiday. I just said, I'm sure I'll wash it when I got back. I'll just iron it, press it, and done. But now I just realised with this stipulations. Anyways, I'll figure something out. Yeah, it's just if it's washed or not, because I do actually have other stuff. I got polo shirts that are pure white as well, with even white logos on top, white on white logo.
Yeah, I got that, so that's what I think I'm gonna find.
But I don't know if it's in a wash basket or been washed already.
You better call your wife down. I wash my clothes when I get back and hang it.
Yeah. Well, if I wash it and then iron it, then I have to do it tonight. But I want to go to bed tonight. Oh my lord! And this is the thing with leaving things to the last minute as well. I'm a last minute kind of person, man.
Okay. Well, I ain't got nothing else to speak about, so I'm happy to cut this thing off for now.
This podcast was dead. Then if it's just you complaining about,
well, you got anything else as well?
You know what? There are a couple of things that were crossing my mind at the time when it were happening. Yes, when it were happening. But I can't remember what it was anymore. I'm sure there's a
Keir Starmer
thing.
has stood down.
Had he not stood down by the last time we recorded?
I can't remember, but now a lot of people I'm reading in comments are basically putting up his plaudits of what he's done, and people are like, this man does not deserve to be dashed out the way that you've dashed out. You just don't like him. It's not a case of what he's done, you just don't like him.
There are two roads in politics. One, what you've done, and two, how you politic. And his politicking skills were not good. So he can say, like, even, all right, so he went outside the number 10 with his missus, said he's stepping down because he understands that he doesn't have the support of his party anymore. He starts crying when he talks about his wife and his kids, which somebody put it on one of the podcasts I listened to. Why is it all these politicians, whenever they're stern. Who's the woman? The the one before, the last two female prime ministers, Stern, hardback.
Margaret Thatcher.
No, the last two.
There's been two.
There have been three, all Tories, and Margaret Thatcher was the first.
Okay, so
But
another
the
one
last
that
two
used
are
to cook the
recently.
cabbage one.
Yeah, her.
And who's the other one?
The one that wore the kitten heels. She,
Ain't it the same cabbage one?
No. She was in there for about a year and a half or so. I can't remember her name. But these two, both of them had their stern. They had their strong points, their weak points, but both of them were stern. Then you had Keir Starmer as well. Boris didn't do this, but other people. It's like
Liz Truss.
and then the one before Liz Truss.
She's the shortest serving in history.
Yeah, but the one before wasn't. And she didn't even do a bad job, to be fair. But again, she couldn't politic. She was better. She had accomplishments, but she couldn't politic.
Theresa May. Theresa May.
Sorry, my throat is in a magazine. And somebody said, why is it the first time they ever show emotion, because we don't mind our politicians showing a little bit of emotion sometimes, you know, whether you get a bit angry or you get a bit emotional, whatever it is, a little bit, like not over the board. Don't cry too much, don't get angry too much, don't get too happy, but a little bit of emotion is fine. But they said a lot of them is just robot kind of, which is Boris wasn't. At least you could see a bit of it. But until they stepping down. Then all of a sudden, I'm sorry, I was so proud of this. It's like, so it's only when it's got to do with yourself, now that you're crying. When you're talking about 100,000 people died in some bomb, we can't feed X amount of millions of children, and we're arguing over whether we can feed them or this and that. We can't do this and that. Such and such people lost their jobs. You're stoic. You're just giving the facts. But when you lose your one job, that is going to be very comfortable for the rest of your life.
Very comfortable.
Yeah. If you're prime minister or head of state in a Western country,
Shout out to Rishi.
you're going to be comfortable because you'll go out. Even that's why Boris has because Boris loves his money. Boris, have you seen it? He can come back and do a thing, you know. But the reason he's been disappeared is because man's making millions just talking around the world. Millions and millions. So he's making his millions.
Tony Blair's the king in that one.
I don't know about the king, but Boris I would just assume he's making more money than all of them. But anyways,
do you know how much money what's his name was making just doing his talks and books and all that type of stuff?
all I just said, any head of state, the money you have to pay them for them to come and talk. It's been like half an hour talk. They'll be talking about £250,000, £1 million for this, whatever. They're making bank. Man's been gone a while, so maybe he's been making bank for a long time. But wherever it is. It's like, so the first time emotion you show is only when as you lose your job. You are stepping down and you start crying. And so it's happened a few times. So those two ladies did it. Keir Starmer did it. I don't think Rishi did it.
Did he step down, Rishi?
Yeah, you have to stop in it. You have to the same.
I thought he just lost. Who came after Boris? Liz Truss.
Liz Truss came after Boris.
And was Rishi before Boris?
No, Rishi came after Liz Truss.
He lost his election. He didn't step down, did he?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he lost to Keir Starmer.
And I think if he had more time, then he
No. Oh, did he step? I think no. I remember him stepping down. No, he stepped down because he was like, I'm going to be a temporary leader until the election. He did I don't think he lost, you know. He might have lost, but something happened. I'm trying to remember. Because he even said, I'll hang around until I get replaced. So maybe he was before Liz Truss. No, he lost to Liz Truss. Because I remember all the arguments that he had when he was going against Liz Truss, because it was him versus Liz Truss. And he lost to Liz Truss.
Rishi lost to Keir Starmer.
But he still stepped down beforehand then.
He goes, the general election was held on the 4th of July, 2024. The opposition leader, Keir Starmer, won by a landslide victory over governing Conservative Party under Rishi.
But if I ask, so he had done something though. Because I remember him on the steps of...
Yeah, conceding defeat because they lost.
But I'm sure he was stepping down.
Like in terms of... Man lost there. I told you how many times I said the same thing.
I'm not arguing with you there. I even said, before you even read the thing, I said, yeah, I'm thinking he was in power. But I know there was a point where he's like, I'm going to step back. Or maybe it was after, maybe he said that after he lost. But either which way,
I think if he had got it from the very beginning,
I don't know why he was so. These people were so eager to grab it because the Conservatives were always going to lose. So
Yeah, but he just wanted to be prime minister. He probably thought, I'm never going to be prime minister. This might be the one time I can say I was prime minister of the UK.
I wouldn't.
You lose or not lose, I was prime minister of the UK. He's got enough money that he don't. His wife is billionaire.
Yeah, but
He don't care. I just want to have that thing, and you don't know how much tax breaks, whatever comes with alongside of that stuff.
I don't know if I'm not in that world. So maybe if I'm in that world, there's something, but there's an allure to it. This Andy Burnham, this is his third time he's trying to do it.
It's power, innit? That's something to have on your resume, bruv. I was the leader of the free world, of one of the countries of the free world.
Maybe because I see it as so out of scope for me that it's like it doesn't seem that big a deal. Maybe because sometimes like if it was never gonna happen to you, you don't even put no credence in it.
You're not on touching distance of it. Where these men are touching distance of it. It's your job, innit? Most people when they go to a job, they would like to. When you get to a certain level, you would like to get to the top of that job. Yeah. And this is the top of that job, innit? So
yeah, that's it.
You want to be Labour leader or Conservative leader, and if once you get there, what else is there to do but to be Prime Minister?
Yeah, I mean, I probably think this is like a ridiculous conversation for most people. Most people would be like, of course, why would you not want to be the head, the leader of your country or the party? Whereas for me,
your biggest interest is money. So just because you're the leader of the party or the Prime Minister doesn't mean you're the richest person even in your party.
No, even then, if for me, if I wanted to be Prime Minister, it wouldn't be because of for me. What do you think I'd want to be Prime Minister for? If you said
to help out other people.
That's blatant. So you're saying that what I have power to? So whenever these people are saying, these people are going to get in power and they're not going to do this, they're not going to do it, and they're like, because they're going to lose power. And all I'm thinking of is, then I'm going to have to lose power then, innit? Because this is what's going to be the best for everybody. I'm just going to have to just eat it. Like if I get into power, it's 5 years. So for the next 5 years, I'm just going to do a Trump. I'm going to knock out these things, and then they're going to kick me out after 5 years. But in 15 years' time, they'll be like, that stuff he had a point, he helped out. Well, he didn't like the medicine, but it's cured the sickness. And it's like, if I have to
cure no damn sickness.
There are choices that politicians can make, and they just won't make them because for whatever reason they can't all be. But then I think, to your point, they're selfish. It's like I'm not here for everybody else.
I'm here for my legacy. I want my Wikipedia to change to say I was Prime Minister of the country between so and so and so and so.
Put it this way:
we know lose or draw.
There are people I work with, and often they'll be like, why don't you be a manager? Why don't you be a supervisor? Why don't you be the person that is the trainer? They'll be like, no, I don't want to do that. And then I've said this so many times at work. It's always the people that should do the job that don't want to do it.
Yeah, because they know.
It's like, I know you'd be good at doing this job. The people that want to do the job don't have the skills to do the job. The people that have the skills to do the job don't want to do the job.
It's like people that want to be in power, like police. The majority of people that are police, they shouldn't be doing that job, but their law is the power. The people that should do that job don't want to do that job because of the power.
I was talking to an ex, British Transport Police. He used to work for British Transport Police, and I said, there are two types of people that want to be police. I go through my spiel, and the first one I usually say is people that just want to help. And I said, but I said it the other way around. But for effect here, I'm doing it the other way around. But I said, the people that basically they got bullied in school, blah, blah, the baby they all compensated. The way this man was nodding his head, he's like, I met a few of them. It's like, and my point was that I think they mess it up for everybody.
They do.
I don't think that's the majority of the police. I think it's maybe a third, a quarter, 1/5.
But they're the most vocal.
They
cause the most trouble.
Yeah, you don't have to be the most vocal. You're gonna cause the most trouble. You're gonna be the one that stands out the most because you're the one that. It's just like I'm saying with the balloons dude. This dude could be scoring goals all day and nobody's talking about nothing. I don't know which country he plays in, but he does something wrong and now bang, you're there in the news. You're letting the team down. You're the black in public. Why is it you always messing us up? It's just like if you're doing a good job, you go under the radar. It's the one where they molest the people, where they're stealing from the drug dealers, where they're harassing the public,
killing.
They're doing those are the ones that are gonna do that, and everyone's gonna be like, you're all doing it. And here's the thing, it's this thing where it's like, all right, there are 10 of us, 2 of us are gonna do something wrong, and the other 8 cannot snitch on these 2.
Yeah,
because as a collective, even if 2 people have done the wrong thing, and another 2 on the other said like we're gonna snitch. the 6 people in the middle will be like, bruv, you can't do that. Because the day I do something wrong, it might not be nowhere near as crazy as this. You need to back me. So, all right, these people are raping people, or they're doing all this, or they're racist. Yeah, and those 6 in the middle, we're not on that flex. But when some money comes into the thing and we dip our hands in, or when a drug dealer gets caught, and he's like, bruv, if I give you 10,000, I'm going, and I'm standing beside you, and it's like, this person is a petty nobody. It doesn't actually mean anything to anybody. We're gonna bring him in. He's gonna leave in a few weeks, and we can split 5K, and just let him go. I can't trust you anymore. And you might say that's a big thing. You shouldn't be doing that, but humans are humans, and sometimes you gauge it. It's like, us stopping this person is nothing. It's paperwork. Man's telling me I'm gonna give you 10K to do no paperwork. Just let me go. Because I'm gonna be out again in a couple of weeks. I know you're gonna be out in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna have all this extra paperwork. It's gonna annoy me that I see you in a month's time in the same spot, and I can just take this money and split with my partner. Some people will be like, but now I can't trust you. So you have the 2 good people that just have to keep their mouths closed. The 6 people in the middle who are just humans just have to fall in, because it's like, if I do something, I might get taken around the back and just get battered. Or they do this thing where it's like, okay, I need help, I need support. Nobody's answering the radio.
Yeah, no, because and then you get.
We can't. If you don't back us, we can't back you.
Yeah, it's still the institution, isn't it, is the bad thing. But I don't know. A lot of those people that want power in any person that's running to get positions of power always look at themselves.
I am the same. It's like, why?
And if it's not money related, because if you just want to have to be the boss because you make the most money, completely understand that. But if you just want to be the boss so you can boss people around, or you want to be the top dog because of anything else money related, I'm just like,
and it doesn't even have to be a bad thing, but it is a thing. I think everything's a thing. If you want money, why are you so money hungry? If you want power, why are you so power hungry? But for me, very often, why are you so power hungry? The reason behind it is not a good thing. Like, I want power for the best for everybody, because the people I feel that want the best for everybody, it's like they're not willing to get the power, because they realize the type of things they have to do to get that power. They don't like playing them games.
You're not a good person in the end.
You know, yeah. Like even Andy, you have to backstab the man to get into the position. This is Game of Thrones business, man. And so
Andy Burnham he's referring to.
Yeah. So it's like, and even then, it's like,
and they're gonna do it to you too.
It's a circle. It's like the circle. They did it. They done it to everyone. Like Margaret Thatcher, one of the most popular prime ministers ever. 3 elections, I think. They still tapped her. They got rid of her in the end.
Popular by who?
The Tories. The country.
I thought you talking about the country, because the country hated Margaret Thatcher.
But she kept getting voted in. They didn't hate her that much. We won 3 elections.
They say she's the most hated prime minister of all time.
I remember when she died, and there was somebody I work with who is an older white gentleman that was a mod. He had the big pork chop sideburns. You could tell he had the Dr. Martin roll up thingies and trousers, sorry. And he was like, good. And he was so softly spoken, nice dude. And he was like, good. I'm like, wow. Like, I hate that woman. I'm so glad she's dead. And I'm like, she came into power the year I was born, I believe. And all the things she might have done, supposedly she in power for nearly 15 years or all that time. So I was a teenager by the time she was gone. I didn't pay any mind to politics. I didn't know anything about her, really. I don't know what she did to mess up.
Poll tax.
Yeah, but
all types of unions. She destroyed all unions. She did a lot of bad things to people to just have human rights.
Putting in a tax is a tax, right? People put in and take away tax. You just sent the thing the other day. They're going to tax savings and all that. I need to actually see the poll tax thing again. Because when we're going to go back and be like, it was a 5% tax.
It was a madness for them at the time, I remember.
At the time it might have been, but it might be there. It's probably there now. What did they change the name and they give it to us anyways, and we're doing it now.
Probably.
So then it's a madness at the time, but a lot of things are madness when it first starts until you realise, is that mad?
So a poll tax is a fixed rate tax levied equally on every individual regardless of their income, property or wealth. Because it takes a large percentage of income from lower earners, it was widely considered a regressive tax. So in other words, it was taxing the poor.
The percentage. Yes, if it's a set number.
It hasn't shown me the set number just yet. So yeah.
Okay, because then that would make it more. It couldn't be a percentage. It must have been like a set if you earn or like it. Well, then isn't that just okay? All right, I'll do more research with this poll tax thing, but I realize I know the term very, very much. I remember riots and all sorts for poll tax, but I don't actually know what the poll tax was outside of it being a tax. I don't even know what the poll part of it means, but it is what it is.
Maybe poll is in anybody that's goes to the polling station and votes or able to vote.
Well, I'll find out today. I'll have 5 minutes to check it out.
It became known as the poll tax as a general term referring to a tax charged by an equal amount per head, also known as a head tax, but also reference to unpopular head taxes in the English.
So equal amount. Yeah, well then it makes sense. Why are you charging everyone the same amount of money? Somebody that earns £10 a week is getting charged the same as somebody that earns £100.
That's the point. That's why everybody was saying. And there was riots about everything. But anyway, that's it.
Okay.
And it was riot in the night. So I remember the poll tax riots.
Yeah, but then you just put VAT on it. Just increase VAT because that's the same thing.
Don't mind them. Everything is taxed. Anyway.
Let's see if there's that matter I saw somewhere before we go. I'll let you look.
For?
Amala also.
Well, how long have we done for? Because
does it make?
Because I don't want that. Okay,
fine.
I'll look for it.
If you don't want to do it, then just say you don't want to do it. I'd rather that than how long. If we've done it for an hour, if we've done it for 2 hours, it makes a difference.
No, but now I'm just looking for something to just talk about for the sake of talking.
You're right. Fine. No problem. We don't do it. Because if you don't want to do it, then there's no point. Because it's only just me and you. There's no point in trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. So let's end this podcast now. Let's do our church notes.
Oh my God.
And our goodbyes.
Oh my, this is, hold on. Hold on, this one is actually, nah, you know, I don't even know if we, nah, maybe wait for maybe other people to come because this one's quite deep.
All right. Do our church notes and our goodbyes. Where the swing up, man? Okay.
I'm going to send this to you just in case you want to do it a different day when people like it.
Big Wahala.
At Big Wahala, it's the Big Wahala on Twitter. This week I watched 2 films. I watched The Invite with Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, Edward Norton, I think it is, and what's that? The Spanish lady's name, man. The other Spanish one, not the original Spanish one or Mexican one.
Not Summer Hate.
Yeah, the other one.
Don't worry, it doesn't matter anyways.
It matters because she's one of the. There's only really 4 people. Penelope Cruz, that's it. So it was actually a good film. You get a chance to check it out. It's only 4 people really in the film. It's one of those films again where everything's based in like one area, and it's about acting basically. So this is focused on acting. It's probably a play at one point, and they were just turning it into a film or a book. But anyway, check it out. It comes out next week, I think. So I watched it on the early showings. So I really enjoyed it. So if you get a chance, you can watch it. It's quite funny. Steph Rogen is quite good in it as well. Yeah. Steph Rogen is always touch on goal for me because he plays himself. So it depends on what they put him in to play himself.
All right.
But it was good. I also watched Supergirl.
So did I.
What did you think?
I don't want to judge it properly because I think I must have watched maybe 20% of the film because I kept falling asleep.
I was falling asleep, boy.
But like the last film where I watched 20%, which was the Project Hail Mary, I still left out. I said the film must be very good because I still enjoyed the 20%. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't already know, which most of you listening will remember if you listen to me, when you fall asleep when you're watching a film, I don't think it's fair to judge a film because for whatever reason, you're not going to like the film often. Because I watched films later on that I thought were rubbish when I was falling asleep, and when I watch it full, it was like, oh, that's a good film. I started to realise it's because I've fallen asleep. But Supergirl falls into that category where it was trash.
Wow, it's not trash film.
Was it that for me? It was, so what I did is when I left, I straight away went, I said, let me check the reviews because from what I remember, from the little bit I saw, this film was not good, and the reviews fully co-signed what I said.
The film is not trash. I thought it was actually all right. I don't say it's amazing. I'm not saying it's the best film I've ever watched, but it wasn't trash. I happily watched all of it, and I had no problems watching it.
It didn't seem like a good film. Even
what is a good film now?
Like I think even like there's sequencing issues there. Like right, one of the first scenes in the film, or very very early in the film, something emotional happens. But unless you've seen something else beforehand, there's no emotional attachment to that thing. But they gave you an emotional attachment to the thing halfway through the film.
Yeah.
And so if you were gonna
you can't basically be that quick then.
I didn't say it's that quick, but I saw those bits, and it'd be like just on a flex of editing, on a filmmaking thing. That's not good filmmaking.
Well,
it's like
I like those bits.
The middle bit.
The bits where they had the explanation. I think
Well, this is what somebody that's a filmmaker. I listen to their podcast now, and they direct and they write and they do this and that. And he said they had 3 people. They had to do the score 3 different times. They had 3 different people do the scores or whatever. Anyways, and it's like I knew there was a problem there from there, because the minute you're trying to do that, there's a reason you're trying to, like, you keep swapping people out, because that's not something they usually do, right? And then he said, I know they must have done a bunch of rewrites. Remember, this is somebody that's in the industry. He's like, that bit in the middle, it doesn't make sense for them to put it in the middle. It makes sense for them to put it in the front. But they must have been like, just what you said. It's like, that's the good part of the film. And they're like, if we leave it in the middle, in the front, in the beginning, the rest of the film is not as good as the start. It's like, nah, let's move it to the middle, just for that reason, because that was a good bit. So it's like, we can't put the good bit right in the middle and then leave the rest of the film, because like it doesn't make sense. Like a lot of the things that I didn't even notice, or if I was sleeping during it, they were pointing out. I was like, this makes sense. Like what? Like they had all this opportunity, because they're not on Earth, to do things, and it's like they didn't do anything, and it didn't look good. That's what, it looked muddy.
Yeah, it was very dark as well. In certain areas. So on a technical scale, which I can take, even with the sleeping part, I can see that it doesn't look good. That this should have been put there. That the CGI is not the best. That wasn't good. Then with the story bits, then I can see things could have been rearranged, and it made sense that, because I didn't necessarily think that bit was the best bit, but maybe that's because I was sleeping through the rest of it. None of it was interesting, but I was awake for that part, the middle bit. Okay,
yeah. So, but then maybe that was a bit there, because I remember that bit.
Because for all the Superman things, that was a good thing to see. I'm like, okay, this is not the normal Superman thing that you see about this particular part. You only see every one part, but pew, 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 that's what you ever see.
Yeah,
you don't see this part.
And this is based on the comic, and the people that I know, that this same person is a comic book nerd, the one I'm talking about, the filmmaker, and he's so annoyed because they based it on the comic. He was so excited because he's read the comic. A few people I know have read the comic that I've heard, and they changed something fundamental. I haven't read the comic, but they're like, why did they change this bit? And they didn't say what it is because they didn't spoil the film, but it's like, there's no reason to change that bit. I was like, that's one of the best part of the comic, and they took it out of the comic, and it's like, like I was so excited for them to do this comic.
I like the villain.
For me, it didn't make any sense.
Well, why he was such a villain?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's no backstory to him, but he was a villain. He was no back and forth of he might be a nice. He was straight gutter, disgusting man.
There's going to be a bit I'll tell you at the end as well, where it's like I heard somebody else mention. Like I probably went to the reviews. I'll be like, is it just me, because I've made this mistake before, and I'll just got cosign after cosign after cosign. I'm like, this is not good film. This is just not good.
Okay,
so
well, I didn't say it's good. I just said it was all right.
That's the best I heard. The best I heard is it's all right. And then obviously it went down to try, and then some people, he's messed up the whole DCU's gone, or the DCU is gone, finished already,
because it's not
already.
There's no grime in it, even though it's meant to be. It's a lot of killing in it, so I expect it to be. It's more grime than I expected, but the darkness that comes with DC. That's how wait. Marvel is meant to be the more colourful, jokey, swingy. When they do Marvel is meant to be straight dark, and it just
DC.
Sorry, DC, and DC does, and he's not that type of person.
Isn't he?
The James Gunn.
But he didn't. He's just an executive producer. He's doing the Superman now.
He's doing everything though, isn't he?
Some people are like, he didn't put his hands on this. I think he's been under other people. I think he knows what it's like to just let me do my thing, please.
Yeah, but you have to at some point be like.
That's what some people said.
But whatever it is, they're still following his vision of the DC universe.
But yes, agreed. But this was not like Superman. What? No,
I thought it was a bit.
I don't think it was.
Superman was all jokey and thing as well.
Anyway, like I said, I missed at least 3/4 of this film, so I'm not the one to talk about individual specific things. But it didn't seem like it was on the same kind of like wavelength as Superman to me.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was, but either way, it is what it is. Because that Superman, I thought it was good. It was all right film as well. I didn't think it was that special either.
I didn't think Superman was all that either, but it wasn't a bad film. But I'm just gonna guess these things are not gonna be for me.
I just like the fact that he didn't make it an origin story. That's right.
I don't have an issue with that, especially Supergirl, because
I'm talking about Superman.
Oh, that one.
Supergirl was an origin story, whereas Superman
they
wasn't.
had a bit in there.
No, that was an origin story. You knew where she come from. By the time that you'd finished, if you had no idea how Supergirl came about, you knew.
Origin story, I would say, is the origin. That's the whole thing. It's like it starts off with that. It tells you, it gives you their life up until a certain point. Often the origin story is like, oh, and at the end, and here's how I became the superhero.
Okay, fair enough.
Whereas this is just they put
a large chunk of it in the middle of it, as you say.
They gave you the origin, but this film is not an origin story.
All right. Anyway, well, I watched it, and that was my second film that I watched.
All right, okay.
And this week I also watched the 7 episodes of The Bear. I forgot it. You reminded me, and I forgot completely. It's only yesterday when I was sitting around watching other stupidness in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock in the morning. Somebody had already something. I said, "It's out." So today I watched 7 episodes of it.
I watched 8 yesterday.
You watched all of them?
I watched it all.
What did you think?
I was crying through how many different episodes?
Bruv! I didn't cry.
You got emotional?
I now know that I have an emotional attachment to these characters.
Okay, so I was getting ready to get cast.
More than I ever thought I had in any other TV programs. Okay, so episode 7, yeah?
All right.
There was a thing in episode 7. I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Spoil it because we're here talking and they can skip.
Okay, you can skip. When one of the cousins was serving the 2 people, the 2 important people.
Yeah.
I got emotional at that because of the way he was doing a good job and this, that, that other, and they was all happy for it. I got emotional about that. I was like, I'm invested in this character. I'm invested in these things.
Very much so.
I'm invested. Like obviously, even when Sydney's, she's going through her trying to make sure that things are going right and this, that, that. I'm invested. The uncle, I'm invested. Everybody, I'm invested. Even the mum, when she was behaving correctly with the daughter, I was invested.
All right. Also,
I'm invested in money. I remember I watched the last.
So I'm not gonna go there, but I'm gonna spoil previous episodes of The Bear. So if you've been listening to this point and you want to watch The Bear, then this is the best spoiler end segment. So it is what it is. It's a shame you didn't miss you haven't watched the last episode because, anyways. But there's something in season 4 where Tina was told to make this meal in under 3 minutes. Do you remember it?
Yes.
And she couldn't do it. And she started off with, I think it was like 5. She got it down to 4:30, the mid 4s. And then, in fact, let me finish her story. There's a bit where later on the dude basically she's talking about pressure. She's like, "How do you deal with the pressure?" He's like, "I was like you at the first. Pressure was like it was too much. It was overwhelming." Then he's like, "You get used to the pressure," and he's like, "I can't deal with. Then now I can't perform without pressure." All right, so then, but in her stage, she's not at the stage yet where the pressure is helping her. It's hindering her. So he does this thing where he tells her, "Oh, can you make it for me?" Basically, like at some point, but they switch on the thing.
And she does that in
and she does it 2 minutes 59 seconds, and it's like because you were just doing it without the pressure, it works. And it didn't say anything. Just make me the thing. She made it. They clocked, and then later on, they just put it on the
table. Yeah,
they even tell her just put it on the thing. She's so smart. But here's the thing, Chef Kami, when it was happening, he said, and legitimately, he said, "I couldn't do this in 3 minutes anyways." So it's not him that asked it to do it. It was the other one. It's like
Sydney.
No, it wasn't Sydney. It was the person that does the orders that came from the other restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, "I couldn't do this under 3 minutes anyways." So double stress basically, and that was his thing, and he left it. But then Sydney did it. And she did it in like 2 minutes 34 or something. And when she did it, she just like, Tina had to go and do something else. She's like, "I'll do it." And she just did it. And it looked like she was moving in slow motion. But Kami recorded it, stopped it. And then when he stopped it, you could see me, he looked up like, "What?" And then they see the clock later. He didn't tell her nothing, right? Because I was rewatching the whole thing to get to the season 5, there are a couple of things I noticed. If you don't watch, because I've said this about Andor as well, and people, Andor, but I didn't notice this about The Bear. If you're sitting there watching The Bear and ironing, or doing gym work or whatever, you're missing stuff. So even that whole scene, there was nothing said. If you didn't see it, and I forget the time. You could have seen the time, but the looks on his face, the looks on other things that's going on. If you're not paying attention to some, I just want to do a PTA. There are some programs where you can't do other things when you're watching the program. You have to pay attention. So, like my wife, I'm going to tell her there are so many things you're just not going to. You're going to watch it and be like, it's not a big deal. It can't be a big deal because you were on your phone the whole time.
Yeah,
you were not paying attention.
I think with Chef Kami and Sydney, he thinks she's better than him.
This is where,
and he always thinks she's better than him.
No, not always.
But certain things.
That bit, because I realized when throughout season, I don't know if it's 3 or 4, but there was season 4 anyway. It's definitely. Basically, there was a dish that she made,
and he just was like, "Whoa!"
And it's like, this is this dish. I think you've got to the point already. Actually.
Well, when he's talking about it today on episode 7, where he's with the short ribs.
No. But anyway, don't worry. That's the bit with the Coca-Cola thing.
Yeah.
Even that bit made me... When she walked around the thing...
Yeah,
that made me emotional.
My chest, bruv.
That made me emotional.
I was like, yes, Sydney, you see, everybody loved the thing
that made me emotional.
Yeah. There was very times I was like, bruh, if I was a cry, boy, I was holding back.
I was wiping tears from my eyes.
I was like, yeah,
the whole like second half of the season. I'm like, what's going on? And it's like, don't get me wrong, but anyways, I'm not used to that. I'm used to maybe a super climax at the end of a thing and being emotional. I'm not used to wiping tears from my eyes multiple times through multiple episodes of a program. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but it's like just up to episode 6, I was fine. Episode 7, I was like, whoa, this is emotional. Even when my man was getting obviously stressed over his dad coming, and he was just taking it out on his boys.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, you can't be taking this out of your boys. But I got it. I understood the agenda. And then when he did the caramel thing, and you could see that I said, nah, this guy just wants his dad to see that he's done something. And then when he said the reason why he was so thinking about it because of his mum, I was like, oh man, come on.
But anyway, to go back, he realized at some point that she's better than him.
Mm.
And because
without the stress as well,
because of his own stuff. He maybe he couldn't admit it or whatever it is, or he didn't want to say it, but she didn't appreciate it as well. It's like she needs to know for herself, because he so knows I'm the ish. Nobody needs to tell him anymore. He knows I'm the ish.
He knows I'm that great.
But it's like she needs to know that as well. There was a lot of stuff that when I was watching it the whole way through, it's like there's a lot of stories and patterns here that is like, because I wasn't watching it like so intensely or whatever, I wasn't paying. I didn't notice at the time.
Even in one of the episodes where the mum saw the pictures, and I don't know why the mum was going like she'd never met her before, because she's blatantly met her, but she's like, is that his girlfriend? And he's like, no, but there's something there. And I was like, you see, there's something there, because she wants his approval, but she doesn't want his approval. It's like one of those things. She needs him to respect her.
Because she respects him. That's his normal life.
Because I think he made the best dish that she'd ever. Was it him that made the best dish that she'd ever tasted?
Yeah, she said it 3 times.
So that was it. She changed it. She changed it now.
No.
She's still talking about his dish.
If season 3, episode 1, you see her eating it. You see it.
Yeah, but then she said something in this episode this season about a food.
Yeah,
and he's like, that's still his dish.
That's his dish.
Oh, okay, because that's the thing. And he thinks that her food's better than his. So anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, go watch the best season 5.
Even so, all right, that's season 3, episode 1. The one I said is one of the best episodes of TV, anyways.
That's the one I love.
A lot of hardly any talking, lots of music, lots of flashbacks forward.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
So, but what I didn't notice the first time when I watched that episode, because I've seen it maybe 2 or 3 times since. It's one of the episodes I can actually watch again. Because it's just like playing an album to me, where the chef was on him to build this dish, and then at the end he told him to change it, and it's like, it's going to be my dish. So this is the dish they're serving in the restaurant, but the man's not there, and he was about to finish the dish with the elements that the other one told him to do, and he's like, F it, no, and he put his element in, and that's the one that she got. But he told the person, she's allergic to the thing, so I've changed the stuff. Give it to her, and then that's the best meal that she's ever had. And it's like he knows his own ish. He knows his own ish. There's so many things in the Bears. Like, this is fantastic. It's just some of them. It's not for me super rewatchable. Some episodes I can watch all the time. Like Forks, I can watch all the time. That episode is called Tomorrow. I can watch all the time. But then, like the one that people think is the best episode, which is the Fishes one.
I love that episode.
I can't sit there and watch the episode all the time.
I can.
The episode is fantastic.
Just because of the beef. Just because of the beef.
At the end.
When they start throwing the things at each other like that, that's because of the beef. I can watch it. Say that again. All right.
I'm going to rock you.
All right. Okay. I can watch it again, bro. I can watch it again.
Can I borrow your fork?
Yeah.
Don't do it. Just let me have the fork. No, it's a very good thing. It ended.
I don't want to know about no damn ending.
I'm just going by 7 because you'd be surprised at 8 is like
7 is the banger. I already know that's the banger.
But like the season 4 was like it's all over one day, innit, kind of thing. Apart from the episode
Season 5.
Sorry, thingy, which is not a spoiler. It's a different day now. But yeah, it was nice. But then there was a lot of like, this is just how many things can go wrong like in one day.
The thing I love about the bear is still the ending. Season 1 ending is one of my best endings ever.
Yes,
when they find the tins.
Yeah, yes. I watch that regularly. The end of thingy, and then I think that when I watched the end of season 1, it must have been what I thought when I watched it the first time. This is such a perfect ending. You cannot get any better than this, and you can't. It's just a full stop. I enjoyed so many other things that you've done after, especially like in the second season. You had wicked episodes, but you cannot get any better than finishing like that. And so it's sometimes I'm sitting there thinking, would it have been better just to leave it as that?
The thing I find quite amazing is that they've had 5 seasons, and it just doesn't feel like they've been,
because they didn't do it once a year.
Yeah, that's basically it.
They just pumped it out. They must be recording this over the course of maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, and then leaving the people to edit and push it out there. So good on them. They actually came to an end. 5 seasons and done. So that's it. They've made their point.
Check out The Bear.
Yeah, so I highly recommend The Bear. Watch it from front to back if you haven't seen it before. So many good episodes, such good writing, very good acting, and as my brother said, you actually feel a kinship with the. It was nice how they dealt with the dead person, the actor, the director that was in season 4 that was helping Ibrahim, the one that his son killed him.
Is this just episode 18 that I've missed or something?
No. In real life, the actor got murdered by his son. The son that murdered his mom and dad.
Oh,
he was in season 4, helping out the Ibrahim to deal with the beef.
I can't remember.
He was a mentor.
I can't remember.
So, yeah. Anyways, so he's dead, so he can't be in season 4. But you see the man talks to him on the phone.
Oh, that's who he's talking to.
He's talking to the man that's passed away. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Apparently, there's a line that he says in a famous film that he directed that he says in on the phone, and people are like, "Oh, that." Because I haven't watched the film, it didn't mean anything to me. But people are like, "Oh, that was an homage to him." I was like, "Okay, that's nice. At least they did something." Because I was wondering how they were going to deal with that. Because he was blatantly meant to be in season 5. And I was wondering, how are they going to do with him now he's gone? Because a lot of them, sometimes, I see with some of the gangster things they do, is that when they die in real life, they kill them off in the program too. I mean, that's gangster. I like it. I like it when they do that. Maybe I sound bad. Where some people seem to like it this way, where it's like they honored them by still including them in the episode. Rob Reiner. Yeah. Rest in peace. Because I should have said the dad in Wolf of Wall Street. You would remember from that straight away. All right. So okay, we both recommend The Bear, and we both say Supergirl is not the best film in the world. But what I reckon is possible. The Invitation was alright, apparently.
Invite is good, yeah.
Oh, the invite, sorry. Alright, so that's the end of your?
I'm done, bro. Right. And I'm sweating now.
Yeah, my clothes are actually sticking to my body. Yeah, my Stavros says this week is The Bear. Let's just stick with The Bear. It was going to be that or something else, but let's stick with The Bear. So enjoy that and all of that good stuff. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shout out the man that weren't here. The reason we didn't give out Mr. Wolf a good shout out is because he could have been here. We arranged it on a day that he said he could do.
That was literally straight.
Yeah, and then he forgot to. He didn't read the messages.
Okay, anyway. Yes, that's what he did. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. Hashtag ESN Pod again to start joining the conversation at ESN Podcast on all the socials. ESNpodcast@gmail.com to send in the things. Thanks for commenting. We see people are still commenting on recent and previous episodes. Thanks for that. We see big yourself up and all of that stuff. Share the word, spread the thing, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is not the best episode, I know. But
Stop saying that. Just let people have their own thing about the episode.
Say what I want to say because we were discombobulated on the way here.
Okay. Oh, if you don't say enough, say it well.
It's like for life.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.